So our very special guest for today happens to be the Community Association fitness guru, Mr. Matthew Silver from Heartline Fitness. Matthew,
Welcome.
welcome. Why don't you tell her what you guys do?
So Heartline Fitness is an amazing one-stop shop. We've been around about 30 years now and counting. We cover Maine and Miami out to Chicago. Everything you could think fitness, especially multifamily, floor to ceiling, service, maintenance, installation, gym design, helping with budgeting, preventive maintenance, service, disinfect and protect, activating amenity spaces. We really sweat the details, and our clients say they love that they have one call and they have one fitness vendor. We're taking care of the whole thing.
Did you notice that he said we sweat the details?
Yeah, I heard that. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
How does one become the fitness guru of Community Association? What's your background in fitness in the first place?
So I spent about 25 years in the fitness industry. I started off as a trainer back when Bally Total Fitness was the only gym, and I worked my way into the big box fitness chains, and I decided that I spent enough time working in the gyms and I wanted to be more of the behind the scenes and segmented that over into the multifamily commercial space, and I love it. I'm still able to take my passion for fitness and put it into what I do now.
Now, I understand why it's beneficial to have somebody with a strong fitness background to do what you do, but is it required for somebody to clearly understand HOA and co-op and condos in order to serve them properly?
Absolutely. I would say that was the toughest when I first started going from the health club segment to multifamily. There's different things in multifamily. When we talk about risk and liability, you're not doing sets of 100 and 200 pound dumbbells. You're not doing tons of racks. You're staying with more core group of element of equipment that is going to be safe for a 24-hour fitness center, a fitness center that's unmanned, a fitness center that doesn't have personal trainers there or front desk staff. So it's a completely different equipment selection. The HOA and COA and multifamily corporate office fitness world is very different. So it's very important to understand that, and it helps a lot because it's very different than designing a health club.
I don't think it happens often enough with the boards amongst their meetings about paying attention to stuff. And David and I, as being insurance people, we really focus on preventative maintenance. How important is preventative maintenance to this fitness equipment inside of like a community association gym?
Preventive maintenance is a word I've come to be very familiar with and extremely important. A lot of people, especially we talk about educating boards, they think, oh, we have new treadmills, we don't need preventive maintenance. Well, no, if I just bought this car yesterday and I drove it around for a couple months and never did an oil change at 10,000 miles, the engine exploded, Infinity's not going to cover me, right? They're going to say, oh, well, did you do the regular scheduled maintenance? Well, no, it's covered, right? No, it's not covered because you didn't do the regular scheduled maintenance. So having a reputable licensed insured commercial fitness company, somebody like Heartline Fitness, to do your quarterly maintenance per the manufacturer's specifications is crucial. We're vacuuming inside the motors of the treadmills where we find balls in there, we find dirt and dust and grime. It's also the difference between your fitness center lasting 5 or 10 years or you having to buy new equipment in 3 or 4 years because it wasn't well maintained.
Let's use the car analogy too. Let's tie it all together. So my community association, would we be better off to buy the equipment or to lease the equipment? Is that even an option?
It is. There's a couple type of leases, right? There's a full-blown capital lease where you're essentially financing the equipment over a fixed amount of time, can purchase it at the end. Or there's a fair market value lease where it's more similar to a car lease where you have a fixed rate that you're financing over a period of time, and then essentially you're trading it in, every 3, 4, 5 years. It comes down to the finances of the association. Sometimes it's nice to have that money away from CapEx and away from your operating budget and not have to pull from reserves. But I always tell folks, if you have the money in reserves, use it. You're not paying any interest on it to pull it out.
And how do you determine what equipment and layout do you put in the gym?
Great question. And, what I love about what I do is as a dealer, Heartline Fitness, we're able to select from different models, if you will, since we're staying in the car analogies, right? So, you could range from, Hyundai or a Kia, a more affordable economy car, all the way up to a Bentley or a Lamborghini type of a gym. And we can run the gamut of everything in between, Class A, B, and C type of property, 55 plus community, Fitness centers can range from 20 grand to fitness centers that are $500,000 in
Wow.
multifamily. So the key is we have a lot of different options. So my job is to put together, several different options based on the budget and let the board decide what makes the most sense based on the budget and trying to meet with the demand of the current residents in the building.
What's the hot trend right now? What's going on in the world? You're building out a new state-of-the-art facility. What are people asking for?
Streaming is huge, right? Can I get the apps on my phone in front of me? I'm sure you walked in, they get the little tiny TVs on top of the cardio. Now It's the built-in screens that have not just a TV, but their Netflix, their Hulu, their TikTok, their Snapchat, their Facebook accounts. But additionally, the virtual segment from COVID coming out of 2020, everybody was on their virtual bikes, their virtual rowers, and the mirrors in the wall. We partner with companies that specialize in the virtual fitness world. I'm putting the virtual mirrors on the wall that have 3,100 on-demand classes, live classes with a celebrity. You could row against an Olympic athlete. You could jump on a bike and do a live indoor cycling class. So that seems to be the trendiest stuff out there. It's going from an empty yoga room that had a couple yoga mats and a TV on the wall to a mirror with a proper amount of accessories, and that's how we're activating spaces.
I personally am a big fan of the Echelon bike. I don't know if that's something that you guys carry or that kind of line of product, but if you don't know what Matt is talking about, just give me a call. This is a lot of fun. Great workout. Now, how do you address the noise in a vertical condo when you have free weights and stuff like this? Is there any solutions to that?
Absolutely. So there's two solutions, right? Number one is being proactive. Whether it's a renovation or new construction, I try to work with the developer to place a fitness center in a place that makes the most sense. A lot of times everyone wants the high rise, they want the rooftop fitness center, but then little Mary below who lives in an apartment below or a condo below isn't too happy about the noise. So there are solutions to mitigate the noise through proper flooring, and there's also solutions within dense rubber that we can put actually underneath the treadmills to absorb the impact and absorb the sound. But it really comes down to the flooring. The proper flooring and the proper segment of where the gym is going into the building is going to be crucial. We have flooring as thin as 6 millimeters all the way up to almost 3 inches thick. So we're going to adjust the flooring accordingly to make sure it absorbs the acoustical impact of what's happening in that room.
So for the benefit of our managers and associations out there that may or may not have a professional company that comes in every day or every week to take care of their machine, what's the best way to wipe down, or what's the best way to clean the pieces of equipment after unit owners have been into these gyms? Is there a simple solution for that?
There is. We prefer to deal with a brand called gym wipes in terms of the actual product that we would have in the gym. What my biggest faux pas is I walk in a gym and I see a jug of Lysol wipes in the corner sitting on a card table. And the problem is Lysol wipes will kill the bacteria and the germs on the equipment. It'll also kill the electronics inside the equipment, wear away at the upholstery, wear away at the rubber and the metal and everything else on the equipment. So it's having the proper disinfectant to clean it from a cleaning crew, and also having the gym wipes that are alcohol-free and EPA registered to kill not only COVID, but winter's coming, right? We're getting into the colder seasons with flu and colds and whatnot. So you want something that's going to kill all the viruses and bacteria in the gym.
Awesome.
Fabulous.
Now, Steve, do you have any rapid fires?
I got a couple of real quick questions for you here, Matt, being the guru that you are. Are you ready to play along? All right. I'm going to take us back a little to my fitness days a long time ago. If you're stuck to watch one and only one, are you watching Body by Jake or are you sticking with Tony Little?
I'm going Body by Jake.
Oh, yeah? Easier one here. Jane Fonda or Denise Austin?
See, I grew up watching my mom do Jane Fonda and Raquel Welch videos in the 80s, so I got to lean towards Fonda. I got to go Fonda on that one.
Okay. I was a big fan of Denise Austin myself. Thank you for being a good sport about this. So now, as a part of the show, we like to give our guests the microphone to plug whatever it is. It could be your business, could be your favorite charity, whatever it is. The mic is yours to plug whatever you want.
It's end of the year. Everyone's doing budgets. Do you need preventive maintenance agreements put in place for next year? I'll put a quote together in 24 hours. Do you need me to redesign your gym and work with the budget you have? I'll design you your gym of your dreams. Do you need somebody to just take a look at what you currently have going on and make some room for some new stuff? Whatever it is that you need, I'm your one-stop shop, Heartline Fitness. You can reach me on LinkedIn, and then, my cell, 240-753-3091, matt.silver@heartlinefitness.com. David and Steve, thank you so much for having me today. Really appreciate the opportunity to talk to everybody. I've been looking forward to being on Cart Chat for a long time, and I'm feeling very blessed to be here today.
Awesome.
Sounds good. Well, we're glad to have you. Matt Silver, the Lou Ferrigno of Community Association. See you guys next week.